This is an Arc Flash Safety Minute presented by eHazard.
Your gloves are an important part of electrical safety protection to mitigate shock and arc flash. There are two types of gloves for worker protection. There are arc flash protective gloves and voltage-rated insulating gloves, also called rubber insulating gloves. Both of these are critical in electrical work. Today, I want to focus on arc protection when you have a shock hazard, which is a little different than when you don't have a shock hazard. When you have a shock hazard in the U.S. market, you have to wear voltage-rated gloves, rubber insulating gloves, and leather protectors. There's a new proposed standard in ASTM to allow arc-rated protector gloves with multiple materials, but today the minimum standard, ASTM F696, requires at a minimum a specific tanning of the leather with a minimum thickness of that leather and a minimum of polyester or nylon thread. New gloves have come on the market with some modifications that, in our opinion, meet the minimum standard but add some features that may really be useful in the workplace. The first modification is to add more cut resistance. Now first, leather has a very low cut resistance, and the current standard even allows you to use pig leather, which at the minimum thickness has a cut resistance of level 0 according to the ANSI 105 criteria, and a puncture level of only 1 using that same standard. Most leather protectors are made of cow leather of different types, or they're made of goat leather, and both of these still have lower cut resistance than many of the lighter weight gloves that are on the market today. New protector gloves and most arc-rated gloves have much better cut resistance than leather. Some, like this Power Grips glove, even add a Kevlar lining to give level 4 cut resistance to a protector glove. Another modification is to add more gripping power. Leather can be really slick when it's wet. Line workers and maintenance workers sometimes have to do electrical testing and in some cases live electrical work in wet conditions. Coated palms or gripping additions can make a glove easier to use in these conditions. But adding these types of features has to come without sacrificing the protection from arc flash or the mechanical protection. So these protector gloves have to be evaluated for ignition and arc flash, and most rate the gloves for a protection level. Now, one of the last things that this 696 standard requires is polyester or nylon filament thread. Now, this was added to the standard because polycotton thread was used and it failed a lot easier in some of the conditions that protector gloves are used in. So some have said that this filament thread is required because it allows the gloves to open up in an arc flash and makes them safer, but we found that's not the case. Kevlar thread has shown to add protection to leather protector gloves in an arc flash, but the standard just hasn't caught up with this technology yet. Now, eHazard doesn't endorse or recommend specific products. Do your due diligence, but the days, they are a-changin'. Your rubber gloves and your protector gloves for mechanical and arc flash protection are a great resource. Wear them well.
eHazard, taking the flash out of electrical safety.